Okay, let's try and get that reasonably steady. Good evening. I do believe, looking at my clock, it is just about 9 o'clock, 2100 hours UK time, which is equivalent to 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday for my friends in a specific area of America, and about 4 o'clock in the afternoon for my friends in Eastern America, and obviously different times of the world. So hello to everybody. Let me just check the computer here. Let me make sure everything's where it should be. Let me get an angle I'm happy with. And then, because more and more people are joining, just give me a few moments, I'll get this in a position I'm happy with. And I'm sat here. I think that will be okay. Tilt it a bit because I'm going to be sat more like that. Get it like that. Oh dear. So I have a new clip. Hello, Darren. People saying hello and joining. There we go. That's brilliant. For anyone else who's watching this, few bits of housekeeping, so to speak. Housekeeping point number 1. If you're watching this on one of my hypnosis groups, hypnosis pages, or such on Facebook, then if you're watching it live, please be aware that I will only see comments that are posted. I'll see them after the event, but I'll only see live comments if you post them at my Facebook profile of facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist. That's facebook.com/ALEXTHEHYPNOTIST. If you've got any worries about, or you don't want to type that, you want to save time, go to hypnosisweek.com. Scroll down, and where it says where this is playing live, it says on my group, and it says my Facebook profile. Click on my Facebook profile, because that's where I will actually, and I'm just still adjusting this, that I'm happy with it, that's where I'm actually going to answer questions live, okay? So I apologise in advance if you're watching this live and I don't answer your question. The only reason I won't have done is because you're posting it in one of my groups or on my page. Whereas if you go to facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist, I will see your question when you post it, and therefore I will be able to answer your question when you post it, albeit that I may answer it a little bit later, because I'm just giving people a minute or two to arrive. We've got like 9 people with us live on my profile. I can see we've got 20 people in one of my groups. We've got 15 in another group, 12 on another page. That's what I'm saying. It's great you're all watching. I really appreciate that. I'm going to share some cool stuff with you. Just a little reminder, in case you've missed any of these previous weeks, that if you go on youtube.com, okay, if you were to type in the phrase hypnosis does not exist, or the phrase there's no such thing as hypnosis, or the phrase Hypnosis Week, week 1, you will find week's 1 video where I explain why hypnosis does not exist and yet how we can still help people with it or entertain them with it. If you were to type in a phrase such as Hypnosis Week 2 or Suggestibility Test or Suggestion Test, you'll probably find Hypnosis Week 2 video, which was last week, where we taught different guaranteed to work every time hypnosis suggestion test, okay? And obviously this is week 3. So welcome to that. We will start giving content in 1 minute time when my clock says it's 5 past. It's allowing the fact that I can see there's now 10 people with me on my profile, it's 20 on one group, now gone up to 19 on another group, 8 on another page. So I've got all this 4 down here. But I can only answer your questions live if you post them at facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist, because that's what I'm looking at on my computer there. Otherwise I'd have to look at multiple different pages, which would be something of a little bit of a nightmare. I'm sure you'd understand. So, thank you for the feedback we've had off the past couple of weeks. One final piece of housekeeping, as it were. At hypnosisweek.com, there is a hypnosis offer of the week. I've just updated that, and the offer that's up there genuinely runs out at midnight next Saturday. It was going to run out at midnight today, Then I went to Hypnosis Week before we came on air, and I realised that I never made it last week's offer of the week, and I meant to. So I apologise for that. That's my cudgel. But now the correct offer is there. Basically, the offer at Hypnosis Week offer of the week is that anyone who's not already a member of the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp, the Yes Course version, which is, even if you're a member of the original Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp and you thought that was massive, forget that. This is like at least 5 times bigger, with more business building tools, more success tools, more insight, and all that kind of stuff. If you're not a member of the Yes Course Bootcamp, then go to hypnosisweek.com, click on Offer of the Week, because on there is a video showing you how you can get started today for just 80 United States dollars or £60 sterling is all you would pay today to get membership. Yeah, there are other monthly payments, but I'm putting my reputation and name and confidence in what I teach, money where my mouth is, so to speak, and letting you get in for the lowest initial upfront price that it's ever been or ever will be, because this offer ends at midnight next Saturday. Okay, so with that in mind, let's get started. My clock says it's now 6 minutes past 9 British time. I'm going to be with you for about the next 30-40 minutes, sharing with you some thoughts on, well, hypnosis in general. If I get some hello Hillary, hello Dave Stretch, hello Darren Lee, hello John, hello everyone else who is actually at my profile of facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist. That's where I answer questions, okay? So if you want questions answering, go to facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist. Otherwise, I won't see your comments until after the broadcast. So, hopefully you watched last week and week 1. If you watched week 1, you know hypnosis does not exist. Week 2, I explained how physical and physiological tricks, such as making fingers go together, hands lock, eyes lock, bodies move more, and all manner of things like that, are guaranteed to work every time if you use the techniques I taught last week, or that you can find on YouTube by searching Hypnosis Week 2. And this week we're taking up the next step, which is hypnosis inductions. So bear in mind everything we said previously, last week and the week before, applies to this. So week 1, if you went on YouTube and searched Hypnosis Week 1, hypnosis does not exist, you'd see my explanations as to why hypnosis does not exist, okay? In other words, why it's not what most people say it is. Why it's purely a psychological manipulation thing combined with placebo and manipulation of beliefs and expectancies. Week 2, we did suggestion test, okay? Which if you search Hypnosis Week 2 on YouTube, you'll find that. And I showed you physiological tricks, such as the fact that sooner or later your fingers get tired and they come together. That in that position it's impossible to separate the hands. That as long as your eyeballs are looking upwards towards the top of your head, with your eyes closed, it's impossible to open your eyelids as long as you keep looking up at that point. And various other tricks that are guaranteed to work. And we showed you how to harness the power of words, what you say, with something that's guaranteed to happen, so that people come to believe that it's happened because of what you said, so that then they will stop questioning it, stop analysing it, and thus, arguably, it will close down the analytical area of the mind, the critical faculty, so that it bypasses the conscious mind, goes past the critical faculty analytical area that's decided, well, he said something, or she said something, it happened for real, and therefore it must be real, so what's the point in questioning the next thing? At which point you can give suggestions that those people will respond to unquestionably. Now, with that in mind, there are 4 what I call foundations to a hypnotic induction, and they are: step 1, belief and expectancy; step 2, disorientation and confusion; step 3, suggestion and repetition; step 4, relaxation and sleep. I use that term loosely, because obviously, generally speaking, I don't mean story sleep, like I said, albeit that when I do therapy, I make sure they get into that state. That's something we talked about in week 1, Hypnosis Week 1. But we're using that as the term for what people perceive hypnosis to be. Doesn't mean that's what it is, but that's what they perceive it to be, okay? So, belief and expectancy. They've got to believe that you're a hypnotist. They've got to expect it to work, otherwise it won't. I don't care what bullshit you hear off anyone. If they don't know you're a hypnotist or already have some kind of idea of what hypnosis is, a preconceived belief, expectation or perception, then it will not work. My story relating to this is that I was booked by Richard Branson to perform for a load of celebrities, dignitaries, high-powered people out in Barbados at the Hilton Hotel and also at the Lone Star restaurant a number of years back. And I went out on stage to the restaurant gig where it was mainly Barbadian people. And basically nobody seemed to know what hypnosis was when I did my opening talk. And I ended up getting a vibe and I asked directly, have you ever seen a hypnotist? And they went, no, they didn't actually have a clue. So I had to do a kind of lecture teaching them what hypnosis was before I could hypnotise them, because quite frankly they wouldn't have known how to react because they had no expectation, no belief, no background, which further proved to me that hypnosis is bollocks and only exists in the mind of the believer, and that if people don't know what it is, that it doesn't work. It's not the only country where I've encountered that, but the way around it is to teach them, and I actually taught them kind of over 20 minutes what hypnosis was, and then they would react the correct way. Now, that's not to say that you cannot manipulate people. That's not to say that you can't make people do things against their will and without them knowing they've done it. Yes, you can. I'm a firm believer that you can, and in fact I've proven it on British TV shows such as The Gadget Show, where I hypnotised people and made them reveal the confidential computer passwords to a greater degree of success than their broadcast because they edited some of it out. But the fact is that you can definitely make people do things against their will once you totally understand the psychological reason behind why I said in week 1 hypnosis doesn't exist, because those are the psychological reasons of how you can push people's emotional buttons and make them do anything and everything you may ever want to do. And it is to the point of being potentially dangerous. Now, people say you can't make people say or do things that will contradict their morals or their values. Now, on stage, I joke and say, well, in which case, find me a dozen people with no morals and with no values, and then we'll have a great show. But, you know, in truth, the fact is you just need to reframe your suggestions. As Delavar, the later great Delavar, birth name Gordon Mee, his family also worked under the name Delarue, D-E-L-A-R-O-U-E, as documented in the Sunday Times years ago. They were one of the families connected with operations with no pain, thanks to hypnotic anaesthesia. He once related to me the fact, you know, people said, you can't make somebody shoot somebody against their will. He said, however, if they think what they're doing is totally within their morals and their values, for example, if you were to hypnotise them, I use that term loosely, but manipulate them to a point where they feel like they are a young 6 or 7 year old playing cowboys and Indians, and then give them a cap gun and tell them that such a person dressed in a certain way is the big bad chief Indian and they're going to shoot that bad Indian dead with the cap gun, then the fact you've given them a real gun that's loaded wouldn't go against the morals and values because they wouldn't know that. And, you know, it would be possible, he categorically stated, to get someone to kill somebody. And, you know, since then, Darren Brown's proved that on The Assassin in England. The American hypnotist Tom Silver's proving it on American TV show doing the same thing as Darren did. It'd already been proven by studies such as MK Ultra, which stood for Mind, M-I-N-K, Control K, or N-T-R-O-L-L-E, because it was German, Mind Control Ultra, where they studied making assassins and stuff with hypnosis. Now, hypnosis was the word that was bandied around, but basically it's psychological emotional manipulation. And if you push the right hot buttons of pain and pleasure enough, you can make people forget that you've made them compliant to things. This happens in trauma cases. If someone experiences enough trauma, then they blank it out. It becomes what they call a repressed memory. Although on a deeper level, if you've done it on purpose, it sometimes gets referred to in serious multiple personality sexual assault cases as a different alter. And people can have multiple personalities or multiple alters. This may sound a bit deep, but seriously, get a book called The Biggest Secret by David Icke. read that, look into it. I'm not asking you to believe any of it. Do your own research. Also, there's a wonderful book called Having a Mental Block. It will come back to me shortly. But the David Icke book, to get that, it's a good starting point. It actually tells you the name of the other book at the back of it. It's something like Trances of America. There's an advert for it in the back of David's book for this other one. It'll tell you all about multiple personality disorder in certain contexts and creating alters of the mind through painful emotions, pleasurable emotions, and being able to create partitions in the mind. But this isn't, it's not a hypnosis. Hypnosis is a term that's bandied around. Hypnosis doesn't exist, but psychological manipulation definitely does exist. Emotional manipulation definitely exists. Every human being uses it without even being aware of it. Particularly persuasive bosses may or may not know that they're doing it, but they do it. Husbands and wives do it. This is a normal thing. It's just that some people have studied it and know how to purposely do it. Now, then some people have taken those techniques and dressed them up in a manner whereby they teach them and call it hypnotherapy or stage hypnosis and try and make out it's a technique, and either don't know themselves or are too scared to admit the fact that all you're really doing is pushing people's emotional hot buttons to either give them, with therapy, an excuse whereby they remove all self-blame, shame, guilt and regret from themselves so that they can just get off their asses and change their life, or on stage the perfect excuse to make an idiot of themselves when they can say he or she made me do it. But when you start to realise that that is actually the truth of the matter, then you can get really interested with things, and you can look at like the sales procedure. If you get books on selling and books on timeshare, you'll see that the procedure to take somebody down the garden path is the same as hypnosis. It's about eliciting emotions, making people feel a sense of connection, give them a reason to buy into it, making them believe that when you say or show them something that proof is real and tangible to the point where they see and feel it and experience it, so that then they go, you know, I don't need to question anymore, and the critical faculty or analytical area closes down and they just arguably become sheeple, zombies. Most of the population are like that anyway when it comes to politicians and shit like that. So, with this in mind, remember, if you're now tuning in, I've got about a dozen people live on this profile, but I've got nearer to 30 live on one of the groups, because I've got details below this. The actual place where you can ask questions where I will answer them live is on facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist. That's facebook.com/AlexTheHypnotist, or just click on my profile picture where you're seeing this video broadcast and go to the profile page, and then you can actually type in a question, because then I will happily answer it. Now next week we're going to cover hypnotic induction techniques in depth. I'm going to teach you actual techniques that are guaranteed to work every time. In other words, further physiological and psychological tricks that will make people feel something within their body for real, so that when you suggest to them verbally that it's going to happen and they physically feel it, they think, wow, he or she suggested to me something would happen and it genuinely did, so therefore what they say becomes reality, and therefore they stop questioning things. Thus the critical faculty analytical area closes down. Thus whatever you say to them they just do, because why shouldn't they? Because you've already proven that when you suggest things it genuinely happens. That's why we use the physical tricks. And I will cover the induction techniques that involve physiological and physical tricks next week at 9 PM on Hypnosis Week. This week's kind of a fill-in because I'm a little bit tired, to be honest, because yesterday was Ashley's early birthday party, my daughter, but we wanted her to have a do so her friends from school could show up, because a lot of them are going away in the holidays in August when it is her actual birthday. So we did that yesterday, and it's quite tiring, to be honest. So that's why we've left hypnotic inductions till next week. For those people who are getting this video who've not watched weeks 1 and 2, there was gold dust in weeks 1 and 2. So what you need to do is go to youtube.com when I finish talking, and you need to type in Hypnosis Week, week 1. or the phrase hypnosis does not exist, Hypnosis Week. And you will find week 1 where I explain what hypnosis truly is and how it works. And then you need to type in Hypnosis Week, week 2, suggestion test, and look at physiological tricks. Excuse me. And then I would also type in why hypnotherapist or stage hypnotist big style part 1, and watch that video, and then type in why hypnotherapist or stage hypnotist big style part 2, and watch that video where I explain the true history of stage hypnosis and hypnotherapy, and how all the major players in hypnotherapy actually were stage hypnotists. People either know that or they don't, but I explain all, and also explain how they all, when it comes down to it, admitted it's all bunkum and nothing more than emotional manipulation. Those videos you need to watch. And if you haven't already looked at the PDF that you can get for free at hypnosisweek.com, do it. Because that will take you head and shoulders above any other stage hypnotist, hypnotherapist. So, come on, go for it. If you're watching this video live, whichever group, page, profile you're watching it on, click on the picture at the top left-hand corner, which is my profile picture. Go to my profile on Facebook at facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist and ask questions on anything you want. Anything you want, I will answer as long as you post it on facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Because this is going to be a short one tonight, because I want to make sure that people are up to date. I want to make sure that you go on YouTube. I want to make sure that you watch week 1 and week 2 before we do inductions next week. And more importantly, I want some of you to invest in yourself. Because if you're not making enough money from hypnosis, if you're not booking enough stage hypnosis shows, if you're not getting enough hypnotherapy clients, if you're not making enough money from each session you do, if you're struggling to pay your mortgage or pay your bills in any way, shape or form, then you need to go to hypnosisweek.com and click on Hypnosis Offer of the Week. Because for the next 7 days only, there is no excuse for you not to take action. In other words, if a week from now, we do week 4 of Hypnosis Week on the hypnotic inductions, and you've not taken action on this week, you've only yourself to blame. Because until midnight next Saturday, and only until midnight next Saturday, you have a chance to join the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp for just an upfront payment of £60 sterling or 80 American dollars, or the equivalent thereof, and then you can pay the balance monthly thereafter. Everything is explained in the video at hypnosisweek.com, where you click on Hypnosis Offer of the Week, or you could go directly to hypnosisweek.co.uk. Even if you're a member of the bootcamp in its previous form, if you're not on Yes Course, then you've not even scraped the surface. Because everything I've ever released over the past 25 plus years, nearly 26 years, every business building tool, every press release template, every business plan, every promotional video that you can rebrand, every ready-made website you can use to profit from, every product with resale rights that I can give you, every training package, every step by the hand, everything is now in the Yes Course Bootcamp members area. And you can get in for just £60 sterling today, 80 United States dollars, as your first month's payment. There's other monthly payments, but it's still less, it's thousands of dollars less than it's ever been before or ever will be again, but only till midnight next Saturday. So, I am waiting, really, because if there's any questions, because week 1 we did Hypnosis Does Not Exist. Week 2 we did suggestibility tests that are guaranteed to work. Week 3 now, I'm just talking and prepared to accept questions, because week 4 is going to follow on from the first 2 weeks and cover hypnotic inductions, which will take place at 9 PM on Sunday the 17th of July, that's next Sunday, at 9 PM, 2100 hours British time, which is 4 PM Eastern Time, 1 PM Pacific Time America. But on hypnosisweek.com there is a time clock that will tell you what time it is in your country. Feel free to ask questions. Nobody is on here. They might be doing on groups, but I won't see that because I've only got my profile, facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist, live and active in front of me. And I've just refreshed it, and no questions on there. Well, that's fine. Let me give you a few more thoughts then. Ask yourself this simple question. Now, there's a couple of people watching. You're already in the Yes Course Bootcamp members area, so congratulations to you. You've already done it. Nothing else to ever sell you, because you already know that anything new I release gets put in that members area. Once you're in that members area, you never, ever, ever need to buy anything ever again from me or anyone else, because everything ever released gets put into the members area. But if you're not already in the Yes Course members area of the bootcamp, Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp, but on www.yescourse.com, if you're not already in that members area, then you do not have access to everything I've ever released, because a lot of it has never been put on sale on its own. A lot of it is not in the old bootcamp. A lot of it is not available anywhere else, and that is the only place where everything I've ever released over the past nearly 26 years, covering all areas of stage hypnosis, hypnotherapy, NLP, even alternative therapies, because there's 14 other experts join me there, you know, with their areas of expertise. See the full details. Go to hypnosisweek.com, click on Offer of the Week, watch the video, and then also go to hypnotismexposed.co.uk and see what you're getting. Watch the video testimonials, read the testimonials of the links that are on that page, and then ask yourself these few key questions. Can you afford not to join this before next Saturday? No, that sounds ridiculous, but it isn't, because this is the only opportunity you've ever been given, because I've never done this before, and ever will be given, to get into the bootcamp private members area for just £60 United Kingdom sterling today, or $80 American dollars, which is the equivalent. And then there will be monthly payments after that, but that's all explained at hypnosisweek.com when you click on Hypnosis Offer of the Week. I've just been asked, where are the videos on YouTube for week 2 inductions? Well, week 2 wasn't inductions. Week 2 was suggestibility test. Next week will be inductions, but quite simply, type into YouTube, I'm doing it now on my computer to check, type in Hypnosis Week TWO2. So it's Hypnosis Week 2, and when you do, yep, indeed, third or fourth video down will be Hypnosis Week 2 Hypnotic Suggestibility Test Part 1 and Hypnosis Week 2 Hypnotic Suggestibility Test Part 2. Both parts will show up if you search Hypnosis Week 2. And indeed, I'm just checking, if you search Hypnosis Week 1 on YouTube, sure enough it comes up, Hypnosis Week 1, hypnosis does not exist, there's no such thing as hypnosis, well worth searching for. Also, if you search on YouTube, I'm going to do it now, hypnosis does not exist, just checking, sure enough, you will find that you get the videos that I did for Steve Miller's A-listers hypnotherapy group, namely Hypnosis Does Not Exist, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 1 and Part 2 of Steve Miller's A-lister group. They're well worth watching as well. Oh, and Part 3's there. And if you type in hypnotherapists, all stage hypnotist, so hypnotherapist, all stage hypnotist, and I'm doing it there, and click, sure enough, the top videos that come up are Why Hypnotherapist All Stage Hypnotist Big Style, True History of Hypnosis Part 1, and Why Hypnotherapist All Stage Hypnotist Big Style, True History of Hypnosis Part 2. Watch those videos before next Sunday, Sunday the 17th of May, get totally up to speed. But as you watch them, make sure you do it before next Saturday, actually, the 16th of July. Not May, July. Do it before midnight, Saturday the 16th of July 2016, because at midnight, Saturday the 16th of July, the offer of the week will end and you will have lost your chance. Whereas if you watch those videos and then start to say, you know what, he speaks sense, he speaks the truth, and you go to hypnotismexposed.co.uk, hypnotism EXPOSED, hypnotismexposed.co.uk. Look at the testimonial videos, watch every one of them, then click on every link and read every testimonial from medical GPs, nurses, psychiatrists, dentists, plastic surgeons, well-known stage hypnotists and hypnotherapists. Look at what they say, hear what they say, and realise that everything I ever taught them, you will learn in the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp Yes Course members area for a fraction of the price they paid. You'll get every business building tool I gave them, and until midnight on Saturday the 16th of July, until then, if you're not already in the Yes Course members area, you can be for an initial upfront payment of just £60 sterling, which is 80 United States dollars, and then the same amount a month later, and the same amount a month later for 7 months, which is only £420 sterling, which is still a fraction of the usual $5,000, nearly £3,500 sterling price. But all of that is explained in full at hypnotismexposed.co.uk is where you find out what you will learn there, okay, and see the testimonials. And for the offer of the week, go to hypnosisweek.com, click on Hypnosis Offer of the Week, click on that, or go to hypnosisweek.co.uk. But that page will change at midnight on Saturday the 16th of July, next Saturday, 1 week, well, less than a week, because today's Sunday, so a week, midnight, just gone yesterday. So less than 7 days from now, that offer will go. You will never have that chance again to get in for such a low price. If you want to get more clients, to pay you more money, book more shows, have higher success rates, hypnotise more people in less time, get celebrity clients, earn thousands of pounds in a couple of hours doing group sessions, get into the corporate arena. If there's anything you've dreamed of doing with hypnosis, you'll find out how to do it in the Elite Hypnosis Bootcamp, but you need to act before midnight next Saturday the 16th of July. Because either A, this is your last chance to get in for just 497 United States dollars as a one-off payment, or this truly is your last chance to ever get in for an initial payment of £60 sterling or $80, and then to pay the same in a month's time, then another payment. It's a multi-stage, month-by-month payment where you earn as you learn. Because, and what's more importantly, you get a full 1 year, yes, 1 year, that's 365 days, 100% satisfaction money back guarantee. So I take all the bloody risk. You go away, you learn the stuff, you take the templates, you take the business plans, you take the ready-made promotional videos, you take the ready-made websites, you take the products with resale rights and make money from them, and you prove to yourself. And if you don't make at least $12,000, which is about £10,000 sterling, more money in the next 12 months from joining than you did in the previous 12 months, I'll give you all your money back. Simple as that, as fully explained at, well, just go to hypnosisweek.co.uk, but be prepared to know that if you're watching this after midnight on Saturday the 16th of July, that the page will be different and not bear relation to what I've been saying. Truly, this is the cheapest, best value for money, most reliable way for you to learn everything there is to know about hypnosis, meridian therapy, stage hypnosis, even reflexology, aromatherapy, massage. It's all covered in there. We cover alternative therapies as well. Check out the full details of what you'll learn at hypnotismexposed.co.uk. And remember, everything they say on the testimonial videos and everything they say at the links that you can click on to see testimonials, you'll learn all of that and way, way, way more besides. So with that in mind, if you've just joined us, and I know some people have, watch the video from the start and check out the videos I mentioned on YouTube. If you've not already done it, download the free gifts at hypnosisweek.com. Read the clinical report I wrote on how and why hypnosis works. And remember that next week, Sunday the 17th of July, at 9 o'clock British time, 9 PM, which is 2100 hours, which is equivalent to 4 PM Eastern time or 1 PM Pacific time in America, I will teach you the physiological and physical techniques of why inductions work. So, final chance. Facebook.com/Alex the Hypnotist. If you've got any questions, that's where to ask them right now, because this is going to be an early night one. Because I want you to all be up to date with the previous weeks and watch the videos from the previous weeks. And also, incredibly importantly, I want you to go to hypnosisweek.com for your own benefit and your family's benefit. I want you to click on Hypnosis Offer of the Week for your benefit. I want you to go, therefore, get redirected to the page, which is hypnosisweek.co.uk, and watch the videos. And when you've watched the videos there, also take a look at hypnotismexposed.co.uk and realise that everything that's spoken about in those testimonial videos, you will learn. And realise that everything that's spoken about in the written testimonials at the links on that page, you will learn, because you get video footage of every course that those people are praising and saying are the best on the planet. You get them all. Plus you also get stuff that no one's ever had their hands on or eyes on ever before. It's a complete business in the box. Everything you ever need's in there for success. To earn thousands of pounds doing group therapy sessions or corporate sessions in the corporate arena. Everything you need to do stage hypnosis and hypnotherapy. Business plans, business building tools, even products to get your business on autopilot, making you money while you sleep at night. It's all there, but your only chance to get in at the most affordable price ever ends at midnight next Saturday, the 16th of July 2016. So really, it's in your best interest. If you want true financial freedom for you and your family, if you want to be able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, wherever you want to do it, with whoever you want to do it with, without ever incurring a single penny in debt, then you need to invest in yourself now. And I've made that easy for you. And I also give a full 1 year, 365 days, full 100% money back guarantee. I'm taking all the risk. The testimonials speak for themselves. Go over there, look at the testimonials at hypnosisweek.co.uk. Make your own decision. Basically, you've got two choices tonight. You either continue with the life you've got, with not enough clients, not making enough money, wondering how you're going to pay the mortgage, wondering when you can buy a new car, when you can go on the holiday of your dreams, or you move to the future, invest in yourself, and I made it the easiest it ever can be for you, because just by investing £60 sterling, $80, that is 80 United States dollars, tonight, as explained at Hypnotism, no it isn't, it's explained at hypnosisweek.co.uk. But details of what you will learn are at hypnotismexposed.co.uk. And if in doubt, just go to hypnosisweek.com, click on Hypnosis Offer of the Week before, it's got to be before though, before midnight on Saturday the 16th of July. And invest in yourself and get a life where you're making more money while you're asleep at night than most therapists make in an entire month by being on autopilot with multiple streams of passive income. Or being able to do one group therapy session a month and make more money in a couple of hours than most therapists make seeing clients every hour of the day, week after week. It's all taught in that package. The testimonials speak for themselves, and more importantly, I give you a full 1 year, 100%, 365 day satisfaction money back guarantee. Everything is explained at hypnosisweek.co.uk, hypnosisweek.co.uk, but it does end strictly at midnight on Saturday the 16th of July 2016. But if you missed that and found this video, don't worry, join us on Sunday the 17th of July, next Sunday at 9 PM, when I will be teaching the physiological and physical tricks that guarantee inductions to work every time without fail. But there's way more taught at hypnosisweek.co.uk. Thank you very much. Check those videos out. Invest in yourself. This offer truly does end then. And believe me, you'll regret it if you don't get him right now. Thank you. Good night.